Hey everyone, Patty here. I'm a full-time reseller. Today, I'm going to share with you something that happened to me that I kind of felt something like this was going to happen. It's just something to be mindful of. So I had an order the day before yesterday for something. I don't remember what it was. I came downstairs, got ready to pack it up and get ready to ship for the next morning. I go over and, I'm just taping it up and everything. And I move stuff off of the chair that I have by my table. I put a bunch of stuff on there the day before. Here, I don't even know why I moved this stuff yesterday. I moved this stuff off of the chair, and there I found a package that when I looked it up, I looked up the name was 5 days old. There I found a package that sat for probably, the order was placed, I think, on the 10th. They paid for it. So I printed the label and I got it ready to go for the 11th. Didn't see it till the day before yesterday. I immediately messaged that buyer, and this was what I sold. Immediately contacted the buyer, told her what happened. Thankfully, she had said, "Thank you for contacting me and letting me know." Every once in a while, I know we get busy and, we get our stuff out, but check to make sure that those packages are scanning from the post office, because I would have never, if I didn't pick up those, whatever I had on top of that chair, that would have sat there. She would have never gotten that until I got around to moving it. Thank God I did. And thank God that she was fine with it. I immediately mailed it out the next day, but just be mindful. Every now and then check out later on in the day if they don't scan right away by the post office. Go in later on that evening or the next morning and check that they're being scanned, because sometimes they could be sitting right in your living room and you don't know it, like happened to me. All right, so I'm going to get on to what happened. Another incident that happened. So I had a buyer purchase. It was a plush. Wasn't a lot of money. It sold for like $10.99. Got it ready like I do to ship the very next day. Printed out the label, weighed it, got it ready to go the very next day. The buyer sends me a message. Back up a little bit here. The buyer, I noticed, was a new eBayer. I looked at their feedback. All good feedback. But you're still, as a seller, I just want to make sure that I'm not going to be scammed or anything like this. Buyer had good feedback. They only had like 6 feedback, I think. So I was, comfortable on everything. Got everything ready to go the next morning. And then the buyer sends me an email. They're going to be away from the 11th to the 15th. I just said, okay. And I'm thinking, oh, I do have it set up for 2-day handling, even though I do ship it in a day. So they send me a message and they say they're going to be away from the 11th to the 15th. And I'm thinking, oh, I have my shipping set up. So I messaged them back. I said, would you like me to hold this and ship it when you get back? They said yes. I also had a message from them. Can I ship it to? And it had, I'm not going to say what it said, but it just seemed, it was a foreign name, but it just seemed like it was a little bit, could have been, if you put it together, a little bit kind of dirty, but I don't know. But they said, could I ship to this name? My reply back to them was, I ship to the name that is on your eBay account, and when what shows up into my eBay shipping when I go to print the labels. I said, if you want me to change it, you're going to have to change it on eBay, and then I'll do that. Nothing ever came of that, so I just, whatever. Just printed the label out, shipped it exactly how it was originally on the label. Now they said the 11th to the 15th. And I did have a feeling this was going to happen. It happened. It was actually yesterday. Go on my phone and I see case, open case, item not received. Now, immediately, I'm like, what are you talking about? Now, yesterday was the 17th. I did ship it out on the 17th. I didn't ship it on the 15th. I forgot about it. You know, I'm not monitoring. What I should have done is put a sticky note, okay, ship this out on the 15th. Whatever. I shipped it out yesterday morning, which was the 17th, before I even seen this message from them, before I even got the message about buyer opened a case. Long story short, I had immediately I sent them a message. This was mailed this morning. You said you were away. This was mailed this morning, and I did put, thank you. You have all the I did write, I have all the messages. Immediately after that, I called eBay, not only because of the case being open, but I was concerned because I didn't want any kind of a defect on my account due to my shipping. I ship on time. My shipping rate is good. And I didn't want to kind of stray away from that. No big deal if it did a little bit, but I just wanted to talk to her about that, besides this case being open. So, told the representative at eBay what was going on. I said, this buyer, they were away. They asked me to hold their item until they got back. I told her, I mailed the item this morning, and all she said to me, and the reason I wanted to do this video for you is I want you to be aware of this, because I was worried about not only the case being open, and I did look and it was scanned this morning, and I immediately sent that tracking number and updated that on the case. But she told me that since the buyer requested me to hold the item until they get back, that's not going to affect my shipping in any kind of a way. So just be aware of that. If a buyer asks you to hold it, it's not going to affect your shipping. That's what I was kind of worried about. But I did update the tracking information. Immediately when I got the open case yesterday, I sent them a message. There were 3 options. One of them was send the buyer a message, issue a refund, which I did not want to do because I knew they didn't get the item yet. But if you're a new reseller, you may not know to do this. Okay, so wait and see till your item is updated with tracking information. They asks you to hold an item, and then they decide to open up a case. They may not know any better yet, but come on, you know. It's 2 days, and you just got back on the 15th. Don't expect your item to be there. Now, I know what I could have done is, and I did think about doing this. I was going to ship it out the other day so they could get it just in time, but I didn't want to take a chance and maybe something being stolen or them running late. I think I did right in this particular case, so just be aware that you're not going to get any kind of ding on your account, and yeah. Hopefully this video helps you. Please be mindful. Check your tracking information every so often just to see that certain items are tracking, and because we don't know, you know, we're just assuming these buyers are getting the packages. We're checking, getting feedback or leaving feedback. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Take care.